What's going on, guys? It's Greg Farley from the Wiseguys, aka Pegasus, and that's just ended. It was a lot of fun. I actually was in Pittsburgh, just got back maybe about 3 or 4 hours ago. Very fun trip, long drive. I would never recommend drives that long, but it's not the first time I've done one in my life, so it was a really fun time. Really fun time. Got to see so many friends. Saw Cody Engelhoff win the national tournament with Thunder Dragon. Uh, Basically, in looking at the top cut chart, man, I mean, it was so well represented, so well split up. We had so many decks represented. Even Pendulum snuck in there in that other category. Uh, Outside of that, seeing all the friends, uh, the drive to Pittsburgh, the enjoyable part of Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is a very, very cool place. I've been to a lot of places in my life, and Pittsburgh is a very strange city because it is a really nice town with nice people, and then there's random rude people like every day. So it was kind of cool. We had a guy, excuse my language, we had a guy ask us for a phone to use it. Never seen a guy before in our life, and told us before we could say yay or nay to eat a dick anyways. So it was a really fun time, and it was an inside joke the whole weekend. Excuse my French. But just a good time, man. I actually had my first main event feature match, up on the big stage. It was really cool. Played against World Chalice. Won the first game. Ended up goofing up, looking at my notepad where my calculations are written down. Just miscalculated what game I was even in with that, and ended up only doing, Boral Sword and Ray. We'll get into that. But anyways, it was a good time, man. I will say that main event, big time stage is a little different, and a lot of people, roast you online if you mess up, But it's all in good fun, man. It was a really really fun tournament. It's one of the most fun experiences that I've ever had. Spiral format. There was a few like that. Um, I think how the wise guys themselves did. I thought they did well. I think. Hold on, let me fix my little stand right here. Uh, I think Trey, the homie, Trigger Trey. Make sure you follow his individual page. One of the Star Wise guys. He did great. Blake did great. They didn't get the things that they wanted accomplished. We also had Oscar, and there's so many other wise guys to name. Chris Rice as well. Cool guys. They're my brothers for life, man. It was a really, really fun time. I wouldn't trade anything for the world when I see my friends. Like I've always said, I play for the friendship, the good times playing the game. I'm also very, very competitive. But at the end of the day, that competition only gets you so much. You're gonna remember those friends. Even the competitive players, I know they feel the same way. And even the Yugi tubers, we're all friends, man. It's awesome. Shout out to trying to keep up with everything. Oh, Armand, uh, he's kind of doing his own thing now. He's not on the Wise Guys anymore, but he's the Mech Knight King. And man, did he do a great job. He day two, and I was there. He's my friend, so I was there to support him the next day, and just to see him purgatrio and people over and over and over again. He was playing a very spicy deck. The deck profile is coming on Wednesday. Look out for it. Hopefully, I'll try to get it tomorrow. We'll see how quick we can get it because I want to get it out there really quick. But Armin just did an amazing job, man. Saw so many other friends, like I said. Trying to think everything on the fly. We had a few Kansas City players. Dan Gallagher, I believe is his name. His deck profile will be on Trey's individual channel, Trey Faircloth's channel. Make sure you check that out as well. I'll try to put it in the link in the description below. I think he was playing Orchest. Overall, one more. The Dragon Duels were won by a young man from St. Louis who was representing Yeti Gaming. We had a kid from our own locals do really well. His name is Jason, and he was playing Sky Striker. We'll try to get his deck profile as well. I think it'll be on Team Sam's channel. He's beat me to it. I actually had to get a teammate to the airport rather quickly before we drove home. But man, it was a good time. My mistake on stream, man. Sometimes I was playing against World Chalice. Guy was really nice. I think he's from the Nebraska, Omaha-ish area. He was playing World Chalice, and I won game one. I'm playing Sky Striker, which I was bored out of my mind. Mind Striker, you have to be very, very patient, and when you're playing Sky Striker, period, you have to be hydrated and you have to be thinking and ready for every other situation. Hold on. But yeah, sorry about that. Had a very important call. But yeah, it was a good time, man. It was a good time. Yeah, my mistake on stream. It was. I was trying to get the. I won the game one. It was easy. It was World Chalice. I mean, World Chalice is what it is. Unless you have some kind of funky strategy we've never seen before, it's not that great. But game two, we had some Carboneton stuff, and basically it was a deck built around a Dino engine and monstrosity. And as soon as I made that mistake of looking at my life points, I saw 7,000 on my calc pad, and I just was like, "Oh, he's at 7,000." I didn't do any damage that game, so that was a big goof, and it was on stream. So I did 75. Boral Sword plus Ray on the field is 75, which I should have held mine and then poked him with Hayate, and it just did the same thing I did the next turn. But mistakes happen. And then he put off an amazing board, and I was like, what in the heck is even going on? And I even said on stream, you can hear me say on stream, I'll try to put the link and the timing of that below. But I ended up punting that game. And then the World Chalice is what it is, and I tried to get it in game three real quick, and it didn't happen. It ended up being a draw because I couldn't get to Kaina to activate. You know how the Sky Striker can cheese you in time. I will say the hot card right now that I feel like everybody should be playing, which will be on Thursday, so look out for it. It won me some games all day long, and I would not tell you if it was not stupid, and it's going to get reprinted anyway, so it's not that expensive. It's coming. I got to leave something hanging out there in the air. Cliffhanger. Make sure you tune in on Thursday. Deck profiles coming this week, like I said. I didn't get to finish the Road to Nats thing. I couldn't like travel and get the whole team lined up, get our hotel lined up. Shout out to my friends from Kansas City that did all that. They helped me a lot with the hotel thing. But we will be doing Road to Euros now, because I guess that's the last big event to happen of the year before Worlds. Shout out to Manav and all those guys for doing so well. But Sky Striker and Thunder, we're still going to talk about those before they ban the crap out of probably both of them, because they're the head and shoulders decks, I guess. But I think in wrapping up the thought about the game itself, I think what I saw from this weekend myself, I want to do a ban list prediction, but that stuff gets moot and gets to be a drab, because it's just the same thing in every format over and over and over again, and it gets kind of old to me. But I think the very obvious Chaos Dragon hits, where there's Levianeer, where there's the Baby Dragon, something has to happen with those. I think ripping cards out of your hand is kind of dumb. But you have a deck like Sky Striker, it can usually come back from it. Excuse me. Mystic Mine is crazy, but as crazy as it is, I don't think it's going anywhere for a very good time, or at least they're going to cut it down to one. Let me see what else. I think Orcust has it has a way of underachieving sometimes, and then it'll overachieve out of thin air. And I think this event, it underachieved from what people wanted. But I think Team King of Games, his channel is really cool. I subscribe to him. His deck with Zephyra and stuff like that. That's the cool part about Orcust, is that it can do so many different things. And I think Salamangreat was the most represented, and it did what it did. Salamangreat doesn't do anything spectacular, but it does the same thing over and over and over again, and it does it pretty darn well. But anywho, that's been my little time on that little Nats wrap up, if you even care. Make sure you check out that match where I goofed up, because it was pretty funny. Make sure you watch all the good games that are on stream. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you stay tuned for those deck profiles for Tech Thursday, for Road to Nats, Euros, excuse me. And we'll see you. YG, baby.